Well, under all this snow are the lush green Austrian Alps, where Maria and the Von Trapp family picked Edelweiss and twirled around singing songs in the sound of music. But today, those hills are alive to a different tone, emanating from a great thumping V8 in this, the brand new Bentley Bentayga V8.
The V8 is the third variant in Bentley's groundbreaking uber luxury SUV, sitting below the silky smooth flagship V12 and the Eurocentric diesel. It's designed to be the sportiest of the trio, with more of a muscle car character, being a little louder and bolder, both in how it sounds and how it drives.
Well, first things first, it hasn't forgotten to be a genuine Bentley. Okay, so it might look a little bit polarising from the outside, but it certainly makes a statement on the road. But inside this cabin, it is truly sumptuous. The beautiful materials, there's leather everywhere, and these seats are gloriously comfortable for long distances. There's also plenty of space, whether you're sitting here behind the wheel or being chauffeured in the back there. And it's relatively modern by Bentley standards. There's the latest in multimedia connectivity, there's a part digital instrument cluster, a head-up display, it even has night vision. And you can even replace all of those old-fashioned wood veneers with carbon fibre now for that sportier look and feel.
But it is under the bonnet where this car brings the biggest changes. And these are just a few of my favourite things about what's hiding under there. It's a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 that is developed and built by Porsche. It produces 404 kilowatts and 770 newton metres, and with a 7,000 RPM redline, it's the highest revving engine ever fitted to a Bentley. As for the numbers, it can rocket from 0 to 100 kilometres an hour in 4.5 seconds and on to a top speed of 290 kilometres an hour, making it one of the fastest SUVs on the planet.
And what an engine it is. The V8 is truly a great motor. It can be whisper quiet when you're cruising along like this and effortless just on the highways. But then flick it around to this sport mode and it untaps that character with a great, glorious soundtrack. And with 770 newton metres of torque, it can do this. Literally whacks your head back. And it's the same in terms of how it drives. This car has a real duality of character. It is a beautiful, sumptuous, luxurious long-distance cruiser when you want it to be. It soaks up the bumps like they aren't even there, and it's whisper quiet at highway speeds. And yet, when you hit a series of bends, this thing is surprisingly agile. It doesn't feel like a 2.5-tonne high-riding SUV.
More than just the engine, Bentley has tuned the air suspension to cater for the 50-kilogram weight saving across the front end and sharpen its dynamics. It has also introduced what it claims is the world's largest braking package ever fitted to a production car. 440mm carbon ceramic front discs with gigantic 10-piston calipers.
There's plenty of grip, and it all comes from a pretty complex system of anti-roll bars, which are electronically controlled by a high-tech 48-volt system that allows it to have this wheel articulation for smooth ride, but keeps the body super flat in the bends.
The Bentayga is more than just a high-riding Grand Tourer though. It can climb every mountain, thanks to a complex array of electronic driver aids and a robust rear-biased all-wheel drive system with multiple drive modes. And it can even do this. And while that isn't really relevant for Australians, it showcases that the Bentayga is more capable than most will ever use it. For those that may be able to afford it, the Bentayga V8 is due to arrive in Australia from the middle of the year, priced at $334,700, which coincidentally is $300 less than the diesel and a whopping $100k less than the W12.
And while that is hardly cheap, the Bentayga is far from being your average family SUV. And that the V8 has a character all of its own makes this one the pick of the trio for those who like to drive. And on that note, I think it's time to go and fill those hills with the sound of music again.